What I do on my weekend? Did I not send these videos? Hold on, Twitch chat. So I have videos. We went with Joe, our boy Nick, and his wife Mahaley to this casino. All right. The idea of this, the whole event was that Debso gave us $100 to put 100 on black or red or roulette. And I need these videos. They tell the story. Most casinos try to not let you record it inside. The Cincinnati, a Hollywood one, isn't that bad. The only issue with the entire time we were there was actually once we walked through the door. Since Joe was living in Kentucky for a bit, now is back in Ohio, he had a Kentucky license. Went to the DMV the day of. They gave him a temporary license. You know, it was paper and everything. And what they did was they ripped up the old license. He like mentioned, he was like, yeah, I hope they let me in. I mean, this is literally what they gave me. And we get to the casino. Joe had like mentioned as like a joke. Yeah, and if they don't let me in, well, I guess it's just going to be you and Nick and Mahaley. Shut the fuck up. Joe, come on, let's go in there. Let's go make copious amounts of money. I love it when we walk in with a group of people into this casino. You have the two hosts that need ID. They're like calling people to just go past because they look 25 and older. It's actually hilarious because I know, right? I've seen my face as well. I don't even try. I just go straight to him. Yeah, he's like, come here. You. Hey, Twinkle Toes. Give him my ID and everything. Scans me through. Boom, boom, boom. We're good. Joe, on the other hand, goes to the other side of this. So there's two hosts. I'm at the one. He's on the other side. And this man is a fucking hard ass. Oh, I'm talking. He would not let him through no matter what. Joe hands him the paper ID. He's like, what's this? What is this? It's like, oh yeah, I went to the DMV today. This is the one they gave me. You got the old one? He's like, no. They tore up the old one. This is the one they gave me. I gotta have something. He's like, well, this is literally the paper one is what they. I wouldn't lie about this. Do I not look 21? And Joe, for anyone that needs to know, and I'll show the first video here. Joe is a handsome fella. You can look at Joe and be like, okay, yeah, this man is definitely over the age of 21, without a doubt. But for some reason, this man would not let him through. It has like everything on this piece of paper. They could have easily sent him through. So what does poor Joe have to do? He turns his back, heads out the door, drives all the way back home, and picks up his fucking passport, only to come back and lose $300 in the first 10 minutes. It was a rough start to the night, all right? Me, on the other hand, I was making fucking money moves at the blackjack table. I was literally on the top of my game. I mean it. I was getting so fucking lucky. We went, of course, with our boy Nick, and Nick, he's competent when it comes to blackjack. I don't know when to not hit and everything, but I got the basics down again. If it's a 5 or a 6, he's probably gonna bust. All right, 5 or less, you're feeling pretty good. When you see a face card or something, okay, most likely gonna hit. The 2 previous times I went to the casino for blackjack, I maybe got 3 total blackjacks, 3 total times in the past 2 times. I probably got 11 fucking blackjacks on Friday night. It was literally amazing. What would happen is I would lose all my money, and I would be like, dude, I got it's a minimum $15 bet, and I'd be like, okay, I'm gonna do a $25 bet. I get the ace. We all start slamming the table. Come on, baby! Face card 21. Come on! Yes! And I'd be back up. And then it would just keep happening. I went up $200 off my initial 100. So I had like $400 worth of chip. I was literally betting $50 a hand. Insane. The start, I lost $100, put in another 100, and then somehow fucking grew that stack back up just off sheer luck. Hot table, we gotta stay. And we stayed for probably a full hour. The good thing is, I left the blackjack table and I had $400 in chips. Now, this is probably a good time to say, oh, okay, so you pocketed 200 of the dollars, right, Jordan? Well, come on now. That was like the beginning hour. We were going to be there for like 5. Why would I pocket the? Yeah, sure. I'll put them in my back pockets. But my favorite game is craps. Now, if you don't know what craps is, 2 dice, you roll them, and you hope that it's not a 7. And the idea is that you have a roller and a button. Now, the roller will roll the dice, and whatever number it lands on is the button. So if it's an 8, that's the button, all right? And you can bet on all the other numbers that are possible. 6 and 8, the most likely, 5 and 9, and you keep going. You can't bet on 12 and 2 because, you can. It's just not, you shouldn't do it. The bad thing is there's craps. There is 7. 7 is your killer. If you roll a 7 after you initiate the button, all the money that you are betting is gone. It's gone. All right. If you roll a 7, you are the devil. You suck at fucking gambling. That's why if you're at a craps table and you see a roller, maybe he gets the button and then immediately rolls a 7 after you just put all your money down to bet on like 6 and 8, you're going to hate him. You're going to say, hey, how about you just sit on the bench, bucko? We don't need you up here. Maybe just take your time. So we love playing craps. It is a fun game. The first time I went to the casino, we profited like $800 playing this game. It was amazing. The dopamine rush that you get is fantastic. The issue with craps is that just as quick as you can make money, you can lose it. Because on each different set of games, you're putting in about $50. So that means that it can go up really quick. It's a constant escalation in money. That also means that you can lose money super quick, which let's just say is what happened to big guy over here. I had the $300 and I lost it in about 20 minutes. So that's why it's called gambling, chat. What don't we do? We don't gamble away our life savings, okay? And me and Joe both have this outlook. Whatever money I bring into the casino, it's gone. No matter what. When I walk through that door, I understand that it is not my money. That includes all the money that I make in that session. Until I walk out that door, I have not made any money. That is the big thing for me. Everything that is in my pocket, it is not my money. It is my fun time. It's a good mindset to have so that you're not pulling out more money later on. I have my limit. My limit is in my back pocket. If I want to gamble, $200 on craps, okay. I mean, that's what I set out to do. That's my opinion. I also think that craps makes you a lot of money. So I tried doing it and I lost. That's gambling right there. Come on now. But we went through the entire night. Lots of drinks, lots of craps, lots of blackjack, lots of fun. It was a roller coaster of emotions, but a good time nonetheless. And then we got to the big thing, the most important part of the entire night, roulette. Now, my whole purpose of going to the casino, I wouldn't have went unless it was for one viewer in the stream. This man right here, Dubso. When we did the 9-hour Apex stream to win one Fortnite game, this man, for some reason, found the stream and donated $100.
Gamba, gamba, gamba.
What? No fucking shot. Dubso, thank you so much. I'll ask the boys when they want to do casino night then. I was like, wow, that's so sweet of you. Thank you. I'll kiss you on the lips. Oh my God. And what'd this man say? He said, gamble it away. Pick black or red. I was like, all right. I mean, fuck that. I will gladly take that $100 and gamble it. Now, a big thing that was going through my mind is if I want to do it at the beginning, the middle, or the end. And I decided I want it at the end. That way, if I lose a bunch of money, I technically could spend that $100 and break even. In a way, or just lose 100. I guess it's technically I would lose 100. And so I was like, you know what? Fuck it. We ball. I mentioned to Joe that I would love for him to put 100 with me. Yeah, I think that would be super cool. Two buds doing this together. If you don't know, the dealer, they're pretty quick and they're pretty intelligent with numbers. All right. That's just, you need to be that. Okay. You're dealing out cards left and right. You got an 8, 10, ace, 2, 5. You got to be counting these up immediately. 12, 15. All right. Hit. All right. That's a 22 bust. Take it away. But for some reason, this dealer, and I mean this, chat, fucked up big time. Joe is sitting at about $50. And he said, if I ever get to 100, you tell me and I will pull out. I was like, okay. All right. He makes like a move here and a move there. He wins some, he loses some, but he's staggering at about $60. And all of that changes within 15 minutes. Now, an ace in blackjack can either be an 1 or an 11. Now, this is very important. So here's the table. Here is the dealer. So Joe is sitting with probably a 6 and let's say an 8. He's rocking with a 14. The dealer shows, I believe, an ace. Keep this all in mind. This ace can be a 1 or an 11. So theoretically, Joe is going to hit on this. He's rocking with a 14. He gets lucky. He gets a 2. Joe is sitting at a 16. But once you're going up against an ace, it's just not the best. And the idea of blackjack is to get to 21. But you're always playing against the house, the dealer himself. This is Joe right here, of course. Now, the dealer hits, what was it? It was a bunch of low numbers, which was super weird to me. So he has the ace and then gets a 2 and a 3. This would result in 16, which technically the dealer still has to hit. So the dealer hits one more time and gets a 4. This is when the dealer should have won. And I say should have because in every casino, Joe would have lost all his money. But the dealer, for some reason, counted this ace as a 1. Don't ask me why. I couldn't tell you. So he gets another 5 and then hits a 10, which means he busts. The math might be a little off, but you get the gist. He, for some reason, hit on 20, which you just don't do that. Joe looks at me and he's like, what just happened? And I was like, Joe, don't say a fucking word. The guy's an idiot. Take your money and you're all good. So at this point, Joe is now back. He's up to $85. And I thought it was just a one-time thing with this dealer, but not 5 minutes go by and it happens again. He hits on 17 and busts. Joe was only rocking with a 13 and this motherfucker hit again. Joe got up to $100. I was fucking psyched. Joe was contemplating on like, do we stay here? Do we keep rocking and rolling or do we leave? And I was like, Joe, we got $100. Let's go fucking roulette, baby. Come on now. And so after a full night of gambling, we come to this video.
What is wrong with your phone?
It's just a mini crack. It's
A
just
mini crack?
it's just
You
a
can't
small-
see half your phone.
that's like a tenth, man.
My phone is broken. I shan't lie to you, but it's only like a 10% broken. All right, like barely. Like if I go to the home screen, it's not that bad. They were kind of over exaggerating, in my opinion.
You see that, right?
That's pretty,
No,
that's pretty
it's
bad.
not that
All right,
bad.
anyways.
All right, we both have 100. You have 105, don't you?
105. I've
100?
already lost 300.
Deb, so this one's for you. Joe, looking at the black and red, what are you thinking?
As soon as it hits black again, I'm betting black again.
Now, Joe is... I learned a while back, thanks to my Twitch chat, of Gambler's Fallacy. I was the man that if I saw 2 heads in a row for heads or tails, I would think the odds for the next coin flip for heads would be 33% or something like that. And I now know 50-50 yet again, just like a roulette spin. No matter what, when I walked through that door for the previous week, I knew I was putting black $100. No matter what, it didn't matter what the previous 10 rolls were. I was doing black. Joe, for some reason, with just how his mind works, was like, I'm seeing a pattern here. This next one, I believe it's also going to be black. And that's just not how that works. But nonetheless, whatever works for Joe works for Joe. Now here is when it gets good. The spin. We do the virtual machines, but it's still technically in front of us is a stand.
Yeah, let's see
Doing
it.
it
Let's see
live.
Black, please.
And in just the matter of a few seconds, we lost all the money. We lost $100 in about 5 seconds. There's not much else to say. We were both probably 6 to 7 drinks in. You know, we were ready to put $100 on whatever color, fit our preferences. It's just, ooh. You want to know what's funny? I always bet on red. It's crazy because I knew that you always bet on red as well, Debso. And I thought about that the entire drive home.